What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we are going over Tech Tuesday. If you're new here, you're not sure what it is. It's where we take the deck of the week, talk about some ways in which you might be able to beat the matchup or improve the deck as a whole. This week we did talk about Arceus VSTAR being paired with Umbreon VMAX and a couple of other techs. So it's going to be quite a bit of cards, but overall it should be fun. First card we do have is Galarian Zapdos V. Now the reason why it's in here is because Fighting Instinct is very well set against Arceus. Arceus is weak to fighting, and with Fighting Instinct, the attack cost of Galarian Zapdos is 1 colorless less for each of your opponent's Pokemon V in play. The deck only plays V Pokemon, so most of the time you're going to be able to attack for a single fighting energy, and you do get to hit for weakness as well. Discarding the special energy when you're one-shotting isn't really as important. It can help if you're trying to get rid of like DTEs and stuff if you're not, if you're hitting something like Umbreon, but otherwise you're going to be hitting 340 against Arceus, and it's just going to be super solid because the minute that they have 3 in play, which most of the time they are, or else they're going to be behind, with 3 Vs in play, you can hit for weakness, and it's super solid. Next, we have Enamorus. This is a good tech inside of Gardevoir. Most of the decks don't play Path to the Peak that run Arceus and Umbreon and other ability-based Pokemon. They might run 1, maybe even 2, but most of the time they were going to be running Lost City. So Guardian of Love is actually really solid since it prevents all effects of your opponent's abilities done to your Pokemon that have Psychic energy attached. So on your Gardevoir EX, if you have 1 Psychic on it, Enamorus actually is super solid, as it does mean that they can't use Dark Signal and actually bring up the Gardevoir to one-shot it. Next we have Mimikyu. Mimikyu's in here because Safeguard prevents all damage done to the Pokemon by your opponent's EX or Pokemon V. They have no ways to really get around this, so this means that you can actually wall out the whole entire deck, and if they want to attack they have to use Spiritomb, but that's about it. Then we also have Giratina V-Star. The only reason I have Giratina V-Star in here is because if you're playing Lost Tina or you're playing Arctina, you're probably going to have the best matchup into the Arc variant as a whole, because Lost Impact plus a Choice Belt means that you're going to be one-shotting the whole entire Arc deck as a whole. 280 already one-shots the Arceus V-Star, and then with the belt on it, you one-shot Flying Pika, you one-shot Umbreon, you already one-shot Slacking, so overall, Giratina V-Star, super solid attacker. And then we also have Path to the Peak. Now, as I said before, they do play Stadium Removal, but if you're able to get 1 turn of Path to the Peak in play and kind of shut them down before they can really get out their V-Star ability or, counter Stadium, things like that, Path to the Peak shuts off Dark Signal, and it's just super solid at being able to kind of disrupt the aspect of what, Arc Umbri is trying to do. And then we also have Sky Seal Stone. I have Sky Seal Stone in here because it does let you take an extra prize. So it means that if you KO a V-Star, you take 3 prizes, and then you just have to worry about a VMAX. Or if you KO a V-Star and then use Star Order on a VMAX, it means you're taking 4 prizes. So you really only have to take 2 knockouts. Overall, Sky Seal Stone, a fantastic card into the Arc Umbreon matchup. So overall, those are kind of the cards that you can run if you want to improve your matchup going into Arc Umbreon as a whole, specifically the list that Michael Catron ran and plays top 8 at for NAIC. Now we're going to get into some cards that you can run to kind of improve if you're trying to go from there. First card being Lost Vacuum. Lost Vacuum is just really good. It's extra Stadium Removal, plus it also means that you can get rid of things like Sky Seal Stone if they play it prematurely, or you can get rid of some other things, if you're kind of in an awkward spot. And, really it's in here for the path removal, but again, it can be used for the tool removal. Next we have Panic Mask. Panic Mask is actually really good into the Gardevoir matchup. Gardevoir is probably your most even matchup. You might be a little bit more swung towards it, probably 65-35 or maybe even 55-45, but Panic Mask is great. If they prematurely have an energy on a Garda EX and you Dark Signal it and hit it for 290 or 280, if they, use something to heal 20, like Champions Festival, and then they go on a tangent of attaching an energy and then accelerating one, they'll still have 30 HP left, which means Panic Mask is overall just super busted. I feel like my math might be a little wrong on that, but I know that if they accelerate one, attach one, have one already attached, and you hit them for, I'm pretty sure it is 280. Yeah, because 280, then the heal 20 is 260, back to 280. So Panic Mask, really good, and it's really good into the baby guardies too, because it means that they can't one-shot your VMAXs as easily, so they can't take 3 prizes. And then Zacian as well, they need 9 energy total, and if they have no extra energy to attach from hand, they have to accelerate all 9, puts the Zacian at 180, which means Panic Mask activates, so they can't do damage. So Panic Mask, super solid card. Then we have Spiritomb. Now the list does play Spiritomb, but if you want to, try to run a second one. Just because it locks out so much. It means that you can lock things out like the Enamorus. It means you can lock things out like the Zapdos. You can also lock things out like Lumineon if they're trying to search. Overall, just super solid, and Spiritomb actually shuts off your own slacking, so you actually have a big hitter as well to deal with Giratina. Next we have Volo. Volo's in here just because if you end up having a 3-prizer on bench or something that, is 2 prizes and you don't really want it there, you can discard it, and you don't have to worry too much about it. You don't have to give your opponent free prizes with things like Lumineon. And then we have Sharon's Care. Sharon's Care is in here because if they don't one-shot things like Arceus, you can actually pick up all of the, energy and everything attached to Arceus as well as Arceus as a whole, deny your opponent's prizes, and then also give yourself some energy acceleration in the fact that you put a DTE back in your hand and you can attach it and go from there. And then finally we have Phoebe. Phoebe's in here so that way you can actually attack Mimikyu. If you run into something that is running Mimikyu, Phoebe actually makes it to where your VMAX's attacks aren't affected, so they have a shred effect, which means that you can generally use something like the Umbreon VMAX and just KO before you get walled out. So overall, those are kind of the cards that you can run, these cards being cards that you can run to improve your list, these cards being ones that you can use to kind of better your matchup going into Arc Umbri. So overall, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in tomorrow's episode of What to Buy Wednesday.